Am I really gonna need all this stuff?
Are you sure this is all we'll need?
All you need? Are you kidding? This must weigh 100 pounds.
These are just the necessities, guys.
Can we just go? I'm so ready to get out there.
Yeah, aren't we supposed to set up camp before it gets too dark? I don't want to accidentally sneak up on a bear or something.
Couldn't we just take an RV?
Don't be ridiculous. How would we get it up the mountain?
All right, is everybody ready?
Did everyone pack everything? Sleeping bags, waterproof socks, and trail mix?
I think I was packed a week ago.
Yeah, now that's the spirit. Now we need to get going soon if we want to get the tent set up and the fire built before it gets dark.
Why did I let you guys talk me into this?
Oh, come on, it won't be that bad.
In fact, it's going to be great. And we can get going just as soon as you give up your phones and all other electronics.
But I had a book to read on my phone.
And a million new albums just dropped in the last 24 hours that I'm not going to be able to listen to.
Seriously?
Oh, okay, yes. I understand it was a little unexpected that I'd ask you to leave your phones behind. But do you want to, just take a picture of a sunset? Or do you want to experience it?
Well, I want to get a few pictures before we leave, so everyone get together. All right, now hand over all of your phones.
Why does Emily get to keep her phone?
Well, someone has to be able to call for help. Plus, I'm an adult. I'll text you all the pictures when we get back.
Besides, I was hoping we could spend some time, talking about the future, not just staring at screens.
What do you mean?
Well, this is kind of the last time I'll get to be your youth minister. You all aren't kids anymore, and I'd like to take you through one more Bible story.
So we're going to be telling Bible stories around the campfire.
No, Dad, you're explaining it all wrong.
You try to explain it to him.
When I was graduating from high school, my dad took me on a camping trip. And while we were hiking, we got to talking about the future, and a lot of the things that we talked about were really helpful when I left home. And I wanted you guys to experience it too.
So you'll be imparting life advice on us. Cool.
Yeah, sort of.
Okay, Nick, but you do realize we've heard most of the Bible stories like 1,000,000 times already.
Yes, I know that, and I am sure you've heard these too. But I just really think Daniel is important for you guys to know about.
Yeah, because we're facing fire furnaces and lions anytime soon.
No, because you need to know what's important in life. You need to know what story you're living.
All right, now Corey, hand over all of your electronics. And I mean all of them. Thank you.
Wow. All right. Now that that's taken care of, let's get moving.
Dad, why don't you start while we get going?
All right. A long time ago, when Jehoiakim was the king of Judah, Babylon came and invaded. The king of Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar, had the chief of his court officials, Ashpenaz, gather together the young men of the royal family, the smart and handsome ones, just like me. He gathered them together to learn the language, the history, and the literature so that one day they could serve in the king's palace.
How could this happen?
Don't cry. God will take care of them.
Where is God? Why has he abandoned us?
What's happening?
The Babylonians have come to take our children.
But why would they do that?
They'll take them to the palace and train them to be Babylonians. We may never see them again.
Have faith. God will go with them.
The hour is dark, and it's hard to see what you are doing here in the ruins and where this all leads. Know what I know, that down through the years, I'll look on this moment and see your hand on it and know you were here.
And I'll testify of the battles you won, how you were my portion when there wasn't enough. And I'll testify of the sea
It's a story I'll tell.
So they just took them from their home? What for?
It was common back then. When one kingdom conquered another kingdom, they took all the best people and all the best things, but especially the children.
But that's cruel.
Yeah, it is, but it was a way to control the kingdom they had conquered. You just take away everything they're familiar with, and they learn to be different people.
All right, men. You'll be in here. Make yourself at home. I hope you're comfortable. Come on in, come on in. Now, we'll start your lessons tomorrow. But first thing is first, a gift. New clothes. You're welcome. No more of those dirty rags that you traveled here in.
New clothes. We liked our old ones.
Yeah, these feel weird.
You'll get used to them in time. Now, the next change is a little more dramatic. We're going to be giving you all brand new names.
New names? Why?
Well, let's see. You're now in Babylon, and the Hebrew names in our experience have been difficult to pronounce, and quite frankly, I can't stand them. Nobody can. Nobody likes them. For instance, what's your name?
Well, I'm Daniel.
Exactly. Daniel, this name it's repulsive. And frankly, I'm just disgusted to be near you. So we're going to change it right now from Daniel to Belteshazzar.
Belteshazzar.
Belteshazzar, you're welcome again, my friend.
Thank you.
As for you, you look like a Shadrach to me. You a Meshach. And Junior looks like an Abednego.
Shadrach?
We'll get to you guys later.
Okay, what kind of name is Shadrach?
I mean, it could be worse. You could be called Meshach.
That's true.
I kind of like my name.
Aha, here's lunch. The king has sent his food straight from his table to your bellies. There is meat, there is wine, there are many, many delicious things, and they're all for you. Take a plate and enjoy.
Shouldn't we wash our hands first?
Wash your hands? This is Babylon. We never wash our hands.
What else are they going to take away from us?
You know, Abednego, I can't even imagine right now.
Man, these clothes are weird. This food, whoa, that's really weird. This whole place is just so strange to me.
I mean, we're Hebrews. I'm a Hebrew. I want to walk, talk, act, eat like a Hebrew. Yeah. But you saw the people who went against them. What can we do here? Well, we can't be Hebrew here, but we can still try to please God. Do you trust me?
Mm-hmm.
Of course we do.
Ashpenaz, hey, buddy.
Ah, Belteshazzar, how are you?
I'm doing all right. How about you?
Well, I'm a little confused because you and your friends have no plates, no food. What's the problem?
Well, you know, my friends and I, we just have a teensy tiny little request.
Just a teensy little request. All right, well, for you, Belteshazzar, and you guys, anything you want, you got it. You've been nothing but respectful since the moment you arrived.
Well, that's the thing, Ashpenaz. You might not like what I have to say.
Well, let's hear it then.
Well,
sorry.
My friends and I, we're so very grateful that we have these warm, fine clothes, the opportunity to learn, and even food from the king's own table. But we can't eat this food. Instead, we like to eat only the ripest vegetables and only the purest water to drink.
Belteshazzar, I really don't know where to begin. This request is very peculiar, and it puts me in a very difficult situation. Vegetables and water? This sounds like the worst idea ever. The worst diet, it'll never take off. Why would you do that when we can provide you with food and delicious other things? Vegetables and water. The king has ordered that you eat everything that he's provided. If you deny him that, one, you will become shrivelly and shrink. These guys will become even more handsome, and you don't want them to look better than you. And 2, I'll get killed. So no.
But sir.
No. And that's my final word.
Hey, you can ask him.
Excuse me, sir. Please, do me and my friends a favor. Test us for 10 days. Give us a vegetarian diet and only water to drink. When the time is up, compare our condition to the condition of the other young men. Then, after you've seen all that has happened, do whatever you think is best with us.
Oh, all right, but only for 10 days. You will eat only vegetables and drink only water. Ashpenaz was right. If the king found out I wasn't treating you like true Babylonians, he'd have my head.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, but we know that part already. What does that really have to do with us?
Well, can't you see it?
We're about to go out into the world too.
But we have a choice, and we don't have to leave behind everything we know. We can be who we've always been.
Sometimes it doesn't feel that way. When everyone around you is changing everything about themselves, they're growing and learning new things, it can be hard to know what parts of life to hold on to and what to let go of.
Like which changes to give in on and which ones to speak up and push back on. I bet none of them wanted their names changed.
Yeah, but just like that, Daniel knew he didn't have to talk or dress like a Hebrew to please God anymore.
Oh, okay. We know what happens next then. Daniel and his friends, they eat the vegetables and they drink the water, and then they look more healthy and stronger than the other guys.
That's exactly right. And when the guards saw how much healthier and how much stronger they looked, they took the meat and wine away and let them eat whatever they wanted. And God blessed them with wisdom. He even gave Daniel the ability to interpret dreams and visions. But at the end of it all, they had to go see the king.
My king, these are the young men I've been telling you about. They've proven themselves to have superior abilities in language, literature, and wisdom. Belteshazzar here has proven to be quite adept at divination.
You should have named him Belteshazzam. I've heard you've been the pride of all your teachers, but I've interviewed many candidates. They all seem to be wise, intelligent young men. What makes you any different?
Well, you see, Your Majesty, we've been eating our greens, and we always make a happy plate.
Sure. And we've been drinking only the water from your springs.
You've been doing what?
The guards have been providing us with a special diet at our request. We couldn't eat the rich foods prepared for you, O king.
Guards, is this true? Great news, my liege. I've been working with our food pyramid, and I recommended it to these gentlemen, and, well, look at the results.
Yeah, yes, if I may, my king, Ashpenaz, with his new diet plan, we've been able to, further learn about the great Babylonian Empire. We've read and learned your ancient language. We've read your greatest literature and even learned from the wisest men in your court.
How did this special diet make any difference at all?
My king, we've been able to better focus on the things that you want from us. King, you've given us every good thing. But if we are to grow and to become wise, we must honor a promise we made to our God long ago in our homeland.
Ashpenaz, I knew you were a wise man. You may take your leave. Send my cupbearer with some of this water.
Yes. I see what's happening here. You're face to face with greatness and it's strange. You don't even know how you feel. It's adorable. Well, it's nice to see that humans never change. Open your eyes, let's begin. Yes, it's really him. It's Nebuchadnezzar. I know it's a lot, the throne, the crown. It's got you feeling upside down. What can I say except you're welcome for the water, the clothes, the food. Hey, it's okay, you're welcome. I'm just an ordinary kind of dude. You're welcome, you're welcome. And thank you.
Those Babylonian dance moves.
I know.
Yeah. So awesome. Did you hear about the wise men?
We have been sent for you. The king has ordered that all the wise men be put to death.
Stop! Wait a minute. I thought King Nebuchadnezzar liked Daniel and his friends.
Well, he did. But sometimes when people have a lot of power, they start to reach their limit, they make some pretty bad choices. Now let me finish.
Arioch, why would the king issue such a harsh decree?
Well, you see, the king had a dream, and he's afraid of what it might mean. So he called all the astrologers together and said, "You need to interpret my dream, but you need to tell me the dream first, and then interpret it." They've interpreted many dreams, but they didn't understand this. They couldn't do it. He threatened to shred them all to pieces.
Well, did they ask for more time?
Good one. He didn't grant it to him, of course.
Arioch, I'd like to go see the king.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
Well, what do we have to lose?
Daniel, I'll take you, but he's furious. Let's
have to
go.
try something.
King Nebuchadnezzar, Daniel is here to see you.
Daniel, I hope you can help.
I don't know, my king. I just heard I've been sentenced to death. Like, what? Why? Why?
I had a dream. I asked all my wise men to tell me what it was, to tell me what it meant. They couldn't do it. I don't know if they didn't want to, or if they... I don't trust them anymore. I don't know what to do.
Well, that may be true, my king. But if it's possible to allow me to try to interpret your dream, I would like to try. I know I'm very, very new to your kingdom, but I'd like to give my God in heaven some time to answer.
Daniel, you are new. I'll give you one night. One night only.
Thank you, King Nebuchadnezzar.
Oh, Daniel, what did he say?
It's such an unreasonable request.
Yeah.
I know, Abednego. I don't think he trusts his own advisors.
Don't stall. What did he say?
Yeah.
He's given us a bit of time. But he's serious about executing every wise man in Babylon, including us. So please, my friends, pray. Pray to the God of Abraham, the God of Isaac, and the God of Jacob, that he might show us the answer so that we can save our lives and the lives of the king's advisors from this calamity.
Well, we know they don't die.
No, they don't die.
So, what happened?
Well, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego did pray to God that he would reveal to Daniel what the dream was and what it meant. And in the middle of the night, the Lord showed Daniel what the dream meant, and Daniel sang a song of praise. And now we should really set up camp.
Wait, was that the whole story?
No, of course not. You know that. But it's a long story. It's going to take a few days to get through. Get the fire going, Corey.
What was wrong with eating meat? God never told the Hebrews not to eat meat.
Well, there are a few possibilities. It could have been offered to idols before it was given to them. It could have been cooked in a way that was against God's law. It also just could have been a way for them to fast. The Bible doesn't clearly say why they chose to be vegetarians, but for whatever the reason, it was because they wanted to serve God no matter where they were.
It must have been difficult to submit to the Babylonians and still please God.
See, she understands.
What do you mean?
I mean, Daniel understood that they had to stay in Babylon, but he also kept his commitment to trust God. God was his king no matter where he was. He didn't need to be a Hebrew to please God.
That's right. In Micah, it says, "The Lord your God has told you what is right and what he demands. See that justice is done. Let mercy be your first concern, and humbly obey your God." We all live in this world, and sometimes the world doesn't recognize God as its king, but we don't have to live the way that the world does.
That's exactly right. And now we should probably go to bed for the night. You guys are going to have an early morning. We have something special planned.
What's that?
You'll just have to wait and see.